And I told the representative, you'll see. So I told the representative I had a screenshot, and I asked her if it was false advertisement and if that was against the law to tell me that I'm going to get unlimited data and text and talk, and then change it. I said, can you do that? Is that legal? I thought that was false advertisement. So she tells me, nonetheless, I said, well, I have a screenshot of where it showed that the advertisement of it was on unlimited data. Well, the screenshot disappeared. But I know these crimes that are committed with these websites and all that altering. So I recorded it already. So multiple different devices are glitching. This is the good device. Typically, this works the best.
Okay. So I'm trying to prove that I'm speaking with Connor.
Get free unlimited data.
Safely get free unlimited data with the ACP. You may be eligible to receive free unlimited data, talk, text, and up to 10 gigabyte of hotspot data. They told me I was getting unlimited data. And now he's changed it, and the 10 gigabytes was hotspot data. They manipulate the internet, but they didn't have time. Another site was manipulated, but I went into this one quickly. With unlimited data, the ACP federal government benefit program from FCC aimed at ensuring connectivity. So I've been going through this insanity years.
Okay, so watch how the site
trying to prove to people that someone is
manipulating. Okay, I said shot paid programs. The site is glitching. This is how they can alter the sites. So this is what they have changed it to: unlimited talk and text, 10 gigabyte of monthly data. It has now changed. And then the hotspot has now changed. But I get defrauded out of funds years, so I was introduced with a 10 gigabyte of hotspot, then unlimited data, and for my abuser to commit crimes on my phone. And who am I paying this money to? Each year, where's this money going? This is the straight talk conversation.
This device is playing with nothing on it. I'm trying to
this
say
is crimes that are going on with my device.
This right here. Tomorrow's never promised. And the one I'm using on, I can't use. So now this can't start playing by itself. And this I'm trying to play on, and it keeps glitching and won't let me play it. And then I couldn't record on this because this started playing on its own. So now this is glitching. It played on its own, and it won't let me close it until I started recording. Now it's letting me close it. And it was around $10,000. So it's altering and doing all this, so I can't close this to expose this being weird. And this is being weird, remotely controlled. And it was bizarre then, and like I said, it's playing all this. I'm not touching it. So I went to this happens when it's in my pocket. Let me tell you the problem. This won't stop playing to drown me out speaking. It was me. So I got the police report, and then the party I showed up with my sister. I mean, wow. So she said, I'll take her to jail right now. And I said, no. So it won't let me stop. Pause. It's mind games. Immediately, this is how. But here's the problem. When I'm going to my devices, problems are solved. That means that someone is illegally monitoring. If I'm walking to my devices, and then like at home, and then I got my tablet to record my supervisor being abusive, the way she was talking to me would lead us to termination. Anyone witnessing that would. So nonetheless, I'm speaking about the bizarre activity with my phones. I tried to record at the beginning, how I tried to record and my device started playing on its own from nowhere. Then I tried to cut it off, and then other devices are glitching. I can't use it. I tried to cut it off. Then the X button would disappear. Then it goes somewhere else. This is all the time, every single day. Okay. I don't want to waste time. It keeps doing it repeatedly over and over. I'm just going to get to the straight talk employee. I think that we've established a pattern that someone is remotely controlling my device, which is criminal. So the automated system is glitching, keeping me on hold, being weird.
5 minutes.
We'll be with you shortly.
So this is the time it said.
And then when I started recording the glitches,
and it said 5 minutes and had me on hold 30 minutes.
It immediately answered.
Calling, this is Marisol. How can I hold?
Yes, I have messages saying that I'm supposed to have free data. Is it fraud to advertise free data and then all of a sudden switch up your policy after someone has already signed up for services?
All right. For me to answer that kind of question, can I have first your name? What's your first name?
And what's your name?
And are you?
And what's your name? And what's your name? People do this all the time, ma'am, for years. And what was your name?
Marisol.
Okay. Do you have an employee ID?
Marisol.
Do you have an employee ID?
510319.
Oh, thank you. They don't typically give it to me. Okay, thank you. I am. I was informed initially with my application process that it said something about a transfer. First, I was supposed to be getting a free phone. Then some kind of con is that they didn't, my phone, I couldn't get a free phone, and they were supposed to be sending one out to an address that was, nonetheless, I didn't get the free phone. Then they said that the state covered changed everything, and they no longer send free phones, and they demanded for me to buy another phone. So I purchased a phone, and I made sure that I purchased a good phone, and I was supposed to be getting unlimited data. That's what I was told, and then I have screenshots of the unlimited data that you offer. Then they altered it and demanded that I only get 10 gigabytes, which I didn't use. So then they're demanding that I only get 10 gigabytes, but I have evidence that I was supposed to, initially it was supposed to be unlimited data. And I'm asking you if you ever are advertising unlimited data and then someone applies for services with you and then you alter it and then change it to 10 gigabytes, is that fraud? So then initially I have signed up for services, and then you're demanding that I pay for extra gigabytes that I barely can use. I'm wanting to know if that's criminal to advertise something and then after someone signs up, then do something else, because it repeatedly keeps happening.
All right, for me to provide you what's the services that we offered right now for the live from for your personal information.
Well, it may be a disconnect. There may be a disconnect, as it has been in multiple different locations. Why are people advertising one thing and then defrauding me out of the funds, demanding problems on me and crimes? Typically, by law, I thought if you advertise something, you had to give that party that, because a lot of places did it. So in person, I started telling them, you can't do that. If you're advertising something, you have to sell it for that. And I threatened to call on people because it kept happening. They have one price advertised and wanted to defraud me out of funds. I didn't know what was happening. Now people are enforcing that I be defrauded out of funds, and policies and procedures and crimes are committed, and nothing's repeatedly done. So I wanted to know from your knowledge, if someone you're advertising a rate, why would you not honor what you advertise? Are you going to demand, even though you advertised and told me something else, are you going to change it like my landlord did in Itasca? Defrauded me out of funds then too? Counterfeited that he had sold the property. I didn't realize he rushed me to sign the documentation and to raise my rent in corruption. I had already signed a lease, but he hadn't raised my rent, so he conned me and raised my rent in the scheme, knowing that I couldn't report it to anyone. I was stuck in it. There was all kind of other crimes being committed. So, ma'am, I just don't know what to do. You have advertised something, and then you're defrauding me out of funds by giving me something differently than what was advertised and what was promised to me. But it repeatedly keeps happening. Can you honor what you told me that you were going to do initially and what I have screenshots that you offer? I want the free data that was communicated with me that I would get.
I'm gonna check first your enrollment here where I can able to confirm those. So I'm gonna gather your personal information here first. Can I have your last name and the lifeline services with us, which is the limited talking text and 7 gigabyte of data?
I just don't understand why crime site I'm not being heard. I have a screenshot where it says that it's unlimited data. And
So I'm pausing this. Don't forget, she has just pulled up my information. I'm trying to expose that these are scammers I'm speaking to. She has just pulled up my information, and she's told me about the data services that I have. So let me finish.
No, that's what I'm calling to report. I don't think that my
Remember
shouldn't
that.
list people to pathologically lie and enforce abuse on me and repeatedly get away with it. If I have screenshots where it's advertised unlimited data, why are you going to repeatedly demand, like all these armies full of locations, that I be violated? Why won't you abide by the law? You can't advertise. Ma'am, I'm not able to speak. Why won't you abide by the law? You can't advertise someone and then sit to communicate that they'll get services repeatedly over and over and then alter it to help their abuser out to defraud them out of data and their capability to use their device year after year. Why won't you guys abide by regulation and give me what I was told that I was get, unlimited data? Why are you not abiding by the law, regulations and laws?
We are not offering unlimited data, actually. And
I have a screenshot. Of where it was advertised that you have unlimited data. Okay, if you got to defraud me out of funds, ma'am, who isn't doing it? Ma'am, if you have to defraud me out of funds, who isn't doing it? What do you want me to pay? Do you have unlimited data?
We don't have the advertisement to get unlimited data, not unless you go to Facebook to check that one, since some on Facebook providing those kind of post advertisements. Since once you go to the website, it's not providing you unlimited data.
I get violated like this all the time, ma'am. Is there a particular reason why you won't answer the question, do you have unlimited data? Can I purchase unlimited data?
Yeah.
Okay, how much is the purchase of unlimited data? How much is unlimited data? Because my abuser uses it. I'm not able to speak, ma'am. I'm not able to speak. My abuser hacks my device and uses up all my data. So I can't use my device. And he does that as an alibi in cahoots with the government to keep me from using my devices. So I have to have unlimited data because I get robbed in schemes of the data and then can't use my device. Just like in 2 or 3 days, the con was I used up all this data in 2 or 3 days. That way people don't repeatedly get charges, ma'am. So what is how much is the unlimited data that was advertised? I repeatedly get defrauded out of funds. So what is the amount that you want me to pay for the unlimited data that I was told that I was going to get and have screenshots that I was supposed to get, but you won't honor, which is against federal regulations. So what amount do you want me to pay? For the government phone, I have to. Another location they had me pay for data.
So they try to interrupt me, incriminating people. So at another location, they had the government phone station, and the police was right by it. And they gave me this phone that could barely work, this miniature phone, and it was weird. So she tells me that I need to pay, and it looks like she's blatantly lying through her teeth. But I'm like, the government phones are free. She's like, no, you got to pay. You $10. I only had like $10 on me, that chump change, and she needed it. But repeatedly, people are taking the little money out. It's peculiar, but nonetheless, that was a crime. Even though it was just $10, she defrauded me out of $10. So I had another phone conversation, and I recorded it, and he said I was not supposed to pay for the data. So that lady in front of the police department defrauded me out of my $10. I recorded and uploaded it, but I had to delete it because I know people wouldn't believe it or understand, and I just deleted it. So my device glitched and started all the way over with the recording. So I have to find my place. I'm looking at my device. I'm looking right at it at the right spot. Then it goes all the way into the beginning in front of me. So I let these schemes disturb me and bother me, but it is what it is. I should be used to it. It's been happening years. Okay, I found it.
My abuser hacks my device and uses up all my data. This is why he wanted me to call.
I asked her how much she wants
to be treated like this.
I keep asking her how much she wants me to pay, and she won't answer me.
Prime, so when he's upset, he has these scammers play mind games. You don't want to tell me, ma'am, how much you want me to pay for the unlimited data? The church won't want me to know if they remove me from the group text for no reason.
It's a lie. It's a con, so they got to get their story straight.
My YouTube channel can't be real. I don't know why I'm investing all this time. Are you unwilling to tell me how much you want me to pay for the unlimited data that's supposed to be free?
So they have to find a strategy to
I'm
defraud me out of those funds.
even if you're trying to say something, so I want you to finish what you're trying to say so that I can further assist you with.
You're slandering me, ma'am. A lot of armies full of people don't make.
So I'm waiting on her to speak, and then I'm saying, you're not going to answer me, ma'am. And then she blames me and says that I kept talking, and she wanted to give me an opportunity to speak because I wouldn't let her speak.
If I'm asking your questions and you're ignoring me, what do you mean you're waiting? That's bad customer service.
not able to answer that one yet because I don't have your account here on our system.
Okay. Blatant lie. Remember I told you to
You
remember?
don't have the account on your system?
She just got my information. And she told me about my account.
I don't have your enrollment number here on our system. A while ago you mentioned that you do see advertisement that you're getting should be free. Yes, we do have limited, but you need to pay for it.
Okay, well, I'm asking you how much you pay for it, and you won't tell me. Well, how much do you want me to defraud me out of and have me pay for it?
It's because you're trying to say something you don't want me to say. So
okay, I have to take it, ma'am. I have to take it.
To say also.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. It's my fault.
So all this silence, she's stating that the reason she's being silent is because I won't let her talk. She's not saying anything because I won't let her talk. So I just start recording it, the silence. I want you to see these mind games. Look at how the time's stacking up. She don't have her life straight, so she's blaming me on why she can't furnish how much this will be because they're con artists. I'm just trying to prove it. Look at the time. She said I won't let her speak, so I was quiet.
Are you unwilling to tell me, ma'am, how much it would be for unlimited data?
I need the phone number that you're calling about. You haven't provided to me your phone number yet.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question? Ma'am?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I thought you said something about the 10 gigabyte of data, and then I asked you how much it would it be to add the data that I'm being defrauded out of, and then you want to go through another long drawn out process and you play mind games. Is there a particular reason why you just can't tell me how much it costs? Does it vary depending on each person that has a government phone? Why can't you just give me the amount that you play mind games for?
Actually, if you would like to pay for this plan and see what's the total amount you would tax for that one, you can just text the word buy to your phone, send it to 611611.
So you're refusing to tell me how much it'll be?
Like I mentioned, it's $20, but I cannot tell you what's the total amount you would tax without your account. So that we need your account.
Okay, so I have no other choice but to pay the $20.
Okay, let me pause it. As the other party did earlier today, as I mentioned, it was $20. She didn't mention it. These are gaslighting strategies and forms of psychological abuse and torment that you have to prove repeatedly keeps happening. So I'm waiting and I'm saying, are you refusing to tell me how much it would be? As I mentioned, it was $20.
If you would like to buy it by yourself, you can just text the word buy to your phone, send it to 61.
I now want people to get charges. I want because I don't want to do it that way. I want people to get charges for repeatedly defrauding me out of funds. So you don't get the credit card number and the information I'm trying to prove that I'm speaking with scammers. And web pages are being altered and crimes are being committed.
Federal
That's hard
charges.
to prove. So if you want to defraud me out of funds, I want to incriminate you that you're a scammer. So you don't take the payments?
Just trying to pull up the account here. I did not say anything. We're the one who's saying those information.
Her con is now she's trying to pull up the account. How many times?
You go to buy and do all this weird things, and while you're slandering me from call to call, I experienced this. I don't understand why this isn't repeated termination.
Look at how long this call is. And you're trying to pull up the account.
Yes, now there is great life. It's just trying to prove that repeatedly keeps happening. So they have this minimum hold times for cons, just like on Facebook.
This is how long the whole call was? 23 minutes.
Wasting time knowing that you never believe my story, that someone repeatedly has people do this. all in line, and she's just sitting at the register, just standing there, creating the line, and I got to record it because I know you won't believe me. They're standing there, not checking people out. It's just, who would pay people to repeatedly do this? Why would they do it? So the reason behind the wasting time, I sent this party an email and said, my time is valuable. Stop wasting it. I'm not going to repeatedly give you my time to waste. You're full of games. So then he knows that I've communicated in emails in the past that my time is valuable. So he's deliberately having these people scam avenues to waste it every single day. Do an application that they'll throw in the trash, come back, do the application again, and they throw it in the trash. I'm sorry, it glitched, do it online. Locked out of it online. I'm sorry, it glitched, do an application again. I just did one 3 days ago. Sorry, do it again. We lost it. Then they had me do it. Draw applications that look like phone books, repeating the same thing over. And it's like I feel like I'm on candid camera. Is this really happening? How does this look like a phone book? It's asking me to say they're con and applications for mind games. So they want to make it long, drawn out, and a nightmare just for them to throw it in the trash when I leave. Knowing you never believe my story, I don't know what's happening with this insanity. How it's taken this extended amount of time just to figure out how you pay. They don't know because it's a con, it's free. They didn't expect that I was going to have to pay. I was going to go ahead and pay. So now they have to get their story straight on this con, on how they're going to properly defraud me out of the $20 for the data that's supposed to be free. So she has to put me on hold and then blame me for it because they got to get their story straight in their con to defraud me out of this $20 for this free service, knowing you never believe my story. So we just have to wait on when she gets her story straight.
So I typically try to pause it, but I want you to see what I'm going through.
She gets her story straight. Now, this is how long it's taken to make a payment and be defrauded out of funds. Have you ever talked to someone on the line and they were struggling for you to make a payment and then mistreating you over in the process? All you have to do is walk around, go on a days in a life with me. You'll see it all the time. I was trying to show you where this lady was just standing in the line, holding up the line at Dollar Tree, and it don't want me to show you, and it's glitching.
So was someone there that knew that the police was down the street and then threatened me at that same location?
Okay, I found the video. It's glitching.
Okay. So that's the lady right there that's a gang stalker. He enlists people to threaten me and mistreat me and enlists the stores to be weird and hold up lines. So all stores I go, they do this.
Threatening the store and she's just
See,
standing there.
Look at the line.
Not checking people out. That's why the line's long. I've been living a long time.
I don't know why they do it.
And these lines, I just couldn't quite put my finger on it. If you're going in a place at 1 a.m., but these people that are in this line.
I'm going to pause it. I want to elaborate on the lines. So when I went with the lady that put me out to the car, threatened to put me out the car to Sam's, so they pretended like the lady was new and was holding up the line because there was no one there. So all these different strategies just to waste time that I know aren't realistic, but I need to prove this, what I experience on a day-to-day basis. So the lady claims that she's new, and then the gang stalker friend was getting checked out. And then the gang stalker, the lady, she's ringing up my stuff, and the gang stalker friend is telling her, no, that's her stuff. And then I look off, and then the new lady rings up my stuff with the gang stalker friend. But the problem of it is there was a bar separating our items. And the gang stalker friend is telling her that she has rung up my items with her items. So the lady persisted ringing them up anyway. I thought when the gang stalker friend told her that she was going to take the items off, then they scammed that it was another holdup because my items were on her ticket. Okay, so then the gang stalker gang stalker friend goes to have a conversation with this the guy that was blocking my path being weird. So then I'm held up because they're telling me to pay my gang stalker friend, but I'm using a credit card. And I say, okay, I'll pay you. So then they're distracted and everything, and then they have refunded my gang stalker friend her funds back. So then I got to pay for the items um, after I thought that I was going to have to pay my friend back, but it's further holding up more time because they have to refund her back her money. Then I have to pay her, but it just doesn't make sense. So then they after all that was said and done, that they didn't refund my gang stalker friend her money. And I've already paid for these items. So now they have to refund my gang stalker friend her money again. A further time. So then I'm confused on what's happening. My gang stalker friends blames me and said that I'm out of control. Be patient. And I have no clue what's happening. I said, what are you talking about? They have you're telling me to be patient. They have put items. You told that lady that those weren't your items. She has put anyone doing law enforcement can see this. It brings them up anyway. Then it's all these different cons. I'm not getting credit to hold nothing. Let me go on with this video. Let's see if it starts over again. It did. So my phone gets tired of me exposing crimes and creates a glitch.
I don't know.
An echo.
That's her. It just started.
It happens all the time. I know you didn't believe me.
Yeah, why?
When I stayed on a lot of phone calls, my phone covers for crimes and does
gonna
this.
let me pay? I don't know what's happening.
I'm still waiting to pay.
I don't know what's happening.
That's all this time. I'm still trying to pay. They don't have a constraint on how I'm going to pay because it's free.
I'm just waiting for the system here. Hold on.
Now the con is she's waiting for the system all that time.
So I pay it to you? Or do I pay it online?
You mentioned you would like to do it over on the phone. I just give you a while ago an option to do it by.
I'm just trying to know the different strategies. I guess my phone don't want me incriminating people now. And it just added this on its own. Okay, so I'm just trying to do the best I can to incriminate people for just repeatedly defrauding me out of funds. So I want the avenue to pay you, and I want the avenue to pay it online. So you take the payments?
I need your card number.
Okay, so I'm not being heard. I'm just at this point trying to incriminate people. I would like information on how to make this monthly payment. How would I pay you? Just call in to pay you. And then paying online. What is the avenue to pay it online? So they have to get their story straight.
So I'm being ignored again.
Mind games. You're not going to tell me how I can pay it online? You're not going to tell me how I can pay it online?
You mentioned you would like to do this purchase over.
I just thought if I have to be mistreated and have the mind games, I thought that if I asked you how I want to know both avenues.
So I'm asking her to pay it online, how to pay it online, and she's telling me about how to pay it over the phone. That I said I want to pay it over the phone.
You mentioned you would like to pay it over on the phone. You'd like to process the purchase over the phone. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. You can just go.
But I want to know for future references because you said it's $20 a month. You don't want me to know how to pay it next month?
You don't want me to know how to pay it next month? You can just do it on the option that I provided to you. You could do it by texting the word "buy" to your phone, sending 611-611, or you could do it on Safe Link. .com website.
Okay, so I can do buy on 11611.
11611. That's correct.
Okay, or I could pay it with you.
Okay, or I could pay it with you.
Is that correct?
Or you could call us. Is that correct? That's correct.
Okay, I was just basically trying to incriminate you because it doesn't take that long to make a payment, and I know you guys are scammers. So I knew that you were going to need to have a strategy on how to defraud me out of funds and not get caught. So that's why I told you that I wanted to pay to see how long it was going to take you to get your life straight. I don't know if you were charging other people or what's happening. All I know is it was going to be free data, unlimited data, free talk, and free text. And it changed. And I have I have screenshots of what was advertised, and it has since changed on my phone. But I've had to do this year, go through this year. Okay, ma'am. Then I'll try that strategy. Okay, thank you. So my phone is trying to cover for crimes and cause this echo. Okay, so the screen.
So as I was about to say that the screenshot disappeared, but I know how my device is and how it repeatedly does things like that. So I had already did that video, so you can see where it said unlimited data, and it is what it is. It's happened years.